YouTube, we are back with another video. Today's video is going to be a night salt run. We have a little bit of a snow event coming tomorrow morning, calling for about 1.5 inches, and we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna go out and pre-treat, pre-salt everything, because typically when you're getting anywhere around like just 1 inch, if you pre-treat it, if you pre-salt it, it pretty much does what it has to do. It keeps the lot very clean. It pretty much doesn't really allow any snow to accumulate on there at all. It's actually very interesting because it was on Monday, it was the 6th. We had a very similar storm, and we pay for a weather service. I'll show you guys that here soon. And none of the weather apps or websites that you could go online and check, it was saying no snow at all, but our weather app was saying, hey, it's gonna snow. So I actually just finished watching this guy Brian Fullerton, his video, and he said something interesting that came from another guy. We manage risk and liability, right? We want to decrease that risk and liability as much as possible, because the price for salt compared to a lawsuit is night and day. So that night, this past Monday, we had about 3/4 of an inch come down, and that's what the weather app and weather service were calling for. And we went out, we pre-treated the day before, and we were probably the only ones out. Maybe there was a few other contractors out, but we were the only ones out. And man, like, we wrapped it up that night. We went back the next day, and the lots were like clean. And you could see that all the other lots that, that we don't do, they weren't. So there was a lot of guys scrambling. And the reason I like to do it this way is just because there's just no worry. When you look at the cost of everything, you're talking about each truck with a salter basically cost me, let's just say $200 worth of salt. That includes marking it up. And then 3 hours of work. That's how long it typically takes us to tag up everything for each truck. So basically 3 hours worth of work with 2 guys and some fuel, a truck. That's what it cost us to go out and salt. It's just better to go out there and salt and pre-treat everything, because like I said, it's only going to cost you a few bucks. And honestly, our contracts, we bill for it. So every time we come out and put down salt, we're making money. But obviously we are not taking advantage of our customers or our clients. We have real data and softwares to back up our reason for coming out to salt and plow or anything like that. So I have all the screenshots, I have all the emails for tomorrow morning storm. But instead of scrambling at 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, we're gonna go tag up all the driveways, all the lots now, and we'll have a lot more time. The snow is supposed to stop around 10 in the morning. I'll be up, watching the weather, but probably get to the shop around 7 a.m. and start going around and making sure everything's okay and re-tagging if needed. But we usually meet up here at this first lot in Duncan. I'm gonna turn on the salter here. Tagging up this first lot. Got my other truck already here. Just gonna go around and tag everything up. Already got my other truck here on this site. As you guys can see, right now it's 6:30 in the evening and the lot pretty busy. Just have to be careful, watch out. People like to be crazy and not respect us. I don't know what's wrong with people, but whatever, it is what it is. That's pretty much it. Got a couple lots to tag up and we're gonna get it done. All right, so finished doing this lot here. We were here for probably 10 minutes. Salting is very easy, it's very quick. Get it done very fast. For those guys who are out there in the snow removal business, obviously salt, there's a lot of money in salt. I definitely highly recommend you guys get into salt, even if you do residential driveways. Now, there won't be any money if you're buying bagged salt, of course. So try to buy yourself some salt in bulk, whether it's like a yard or 2, but definitely tag them up, man. Talk to your customers, talk to your clients. If there's a storm, like anything that's less than 1 inch, it's not plowable, but you could go make some money salting it, because if you get some cold weather, what's gonna happen? It's gonna freeze and you risk all sorts of danger, and it's not worth it. And at the end of the day, we're in business to make money. So if you're charging somebody $70, $60, $80 to plow their driveway, I'm sure they can afford, $40, $50 for you to come by and put down some salt. And hey, even if you don't have a salter, man, do it by hand, especially driveways. If you're doing driveways, no big deal. Tag up a few driveways, maybe it'll take you 5-10 minutes each house, but you're making money, especially if you're solo, you're just starting out. That's an easy way to make some money. But like I said, guys, there's no money in it if you buy it bagged. You got to make sure you buy it in bulk. Obviously, you guys probably wouldn't get the rate I get because I'm buying 30 tons at a time. But even if you buy a yard or 2, you'll still get it at a much better rate than you would if you bought bags. Put it in 5-gallon buckets, put it in a bigger cooler if you have to. Do whatever you got to do, but go out there, man. Charge for salt on residential drive. driveways. Make a couple extra bucks. Just shows a lot more professionalism on your end because you're on top of it, even for a storm that's under an inch. So make sure you get out there and salt, guys. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna eat this landscape meal right here. It's a burger, and I'll catch you guys at the next lot. Just tagged up this nice little office building that I just showed you guys out back. For something like this, I know that this office is closed on Saturdays, and today is Friday night, so we have a lot of time tomorrow to get to it. Although this connects like a main road and another road out back, so a lot of people like to cut through it as a shortcut. Back to managing risk and liability, because although you shouldn't be there crossing that office using it as a shortcut, if somebody slips and falls, still the liability to the owner. So just got to stay on top of it, keep everything clean and salted. But moving on to the next one, it's like probably 30 seconds away, so nothing crazy. It's gonna be a nice quick little salt run. Typically these snow events, whenever we have these salt runs, are take us, like I said, about 3 hours tops. So definitely will be home 7 o'clock now. Should be home by 10 Friday night. So hey, no, I'm joking. I don't do that. I don't go to clubs. I don't party. What I like to do is I would like to work and eat good food. So after this, maybe I'll go get myself a nice steak or something with the guys. We'll see. And guys, I want to show you guys quickly why it's important to definitely invest in some sort of snow weather software. There is tons of them out there. Some very expensive, like ridiculous expensive. Like if I showed you guys some of the quotes I got, you guys would be like, what the fuck? But we went with one this year and it has been crazy accurate, and that's why we're out salting now. And obviously this is real data that you can back up. You know, whenever you send your invoices and you are sending pretty much the accumulation or the expected storm to come, this is the difference here, right? So it's calling for snow. I'm gonna switch this over to hourly. It says right there Saturday 2 a.m. pretty much when the snow is gonna start, and it's going to end at 10 a.m. So just to put it to you guys in perspective, I'm going to switch over to my phone here, my location, right? And pretty much nothing at 2, 3, 4, all the way to 10 a.m. Weather app here is saying nothing. We got 40% chance of snow at 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. But if I didn't have a software like this, I would probably just overlook that. Even then, looking at the total accumulation for tomorrow, it's calling for 1.4 right there. So pretty cool software, pretty cheap. This is Weather Sentry powered by DTN. It is just a monthly bill that you get. So nothing crazy. So if you guys are out there, you guys are looking for a weather service, that's who we use. Who knows, maybe as we get bigger, we're gonna have to party with the big boys. But for right now, that's what we've been using. It works for us. It has been 100% accurate, literally this entire snow season. So yeah, guys, get out there, man. Sell salt, even on residential driveways. I know guys typically just sell like just plowing, but anything under an inch, man, you can salt. Even if you do, let's just say 50 houses, you ask all 50 clients, only 25 say yes. And you're charging 50 bucks per driveway. That's still like $1,200, man, that you'll make in basically 4 hours, you and another guy. And I know a lot of you guys have been asking me how to price snow removal and salt. I'm gonna be dropping a video on that real soon, try to simplify it for you guys, how I price, you know, commercial lots, residential lots, how we price our salt, of course. But in the meantime, man, if you guys are looking for more clients, you guys are looking to get more work, just reach out to people. If you're looking for clients, you have a truck, you have a plow on it, and you already have some clients, here's some sauce. Text them, call them. Obviously, you're already offering them the service and they're happy with it. When you give people homework, like consciously, if you give somebody homework, they'll do it. And what I mean by that is don't call them and ask if they know anybody who would be interested in snow removal services. I mean, yeah, they might know somebody that's interested and you might get 1 or 2 people. But when you task them and you say, like, you know, you reach out to somebody and you say, hey, would you mind putting the word out on your Facebook or your WhatsApp or anything, any of your social media, saying that your snow removal guy, me, is looking to get more clients for snow removal for the snow event that's coming up. When you task somebody, they almost like they feel like they have to do it. And most of the time, they'll probably go ahead and do it. I did that my first year to a client. I kid you not. Like, I had 200 calls. And obviously, like, I couldn't take all of them. I think that day, that night, or that snow event specifically, I had to have worked like 3 days straight. I mean, it was one of the biggest storms we've had. It was like 4 years ago. We got like 3 feet of snow or something. It was something crazy. Like I was saying, instead of asking them if they know anybody who would be interested in your services, ask them for a favor, basically. If they like you and they like the service that you provide, they're gonna be happy to put the word out there. And when they call, pick up the phone and lock it in. Always try to lock things in for the season. Try to like add some scarcity, try to add like, you know, some expectations. What I mean by that is I usually tell clients that obviously we have a 2-inch trigger, and our per push client, whoever we plow on a per push basis, we come out at 2 inches, and you know, anything over 6 inches they get billed extra. But I never let a client tell me, oh, it's only 2 inches of snow, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do it myself. We don't rock with that over here, because we're not gonna just be coming out when it's 6 inches, 5 inches of snow on the ground or even more. We let them know, like, you know, you're gonna do the snow yourself at 2 inches, 3 inches, we're just not gonna continue the services for you, because when it doesn't snow a lot, when we get those 2-3 inches of snow, that's the money maker, that's the bread and butter, because it's enough to plow and you run through it very fast. So that's where you make the most money. So those are the snow events that you need in between the larger ones to make you some of that extra money, right? On top of already pricing it correctly and accurately, of course. But we're here tagging up these properties, moving on to the next one. It's already like 7:44, so it's only been 45 minutes since the last time I said it was 7, and we're probably like halfway through, so we're moving a lot faster. But it's Friday night over here, and this is the beauty about plowing, salting at night. There is absolutely no traffic, and I'm flying to all these properties. And by flying, I mean, like, you know, I'm driving the speed limit. There's just no cars in my way, nobody making any stupid driving decisions. So getting to all my lots, all my driveways fairly quickly. So looks like I'll be able to have a good dinner tonight, and then even sneak in a little nap, because I'm gonna have to wake up around 4 or 5 in the morning to make sure that everything is good. Head out, load up the salters again, and go plow if we need to. We have that lot that we were at, the first lot where I started recording the video. You know, that Dunkin' Donut, it opens at 4 in the morning, and there's actually a medical office there, like a kidney related office. They open at like 5 in the morning. I've never even seen a medical office open that early, but they open at 5 in the morning, and they have people like coming in and out. So gotta be mindful. We gotta, you know, be there at pretty much a little bit before their opening time, just to make sure that the lot is okay. And I know some guys usually put cameras at their lots, and I would too at my much like very, very bigger lots, but I have a lot of lots, and that'd be a lot of cameras. So no need to do that. We just stay on top of it, watch the weather app, watch the weather software, and be very conscious of it. That's all there is to it. You know what I mean? It's a game. A lot of people don't like it because of the stress. I mean, you got a snow event in a few days, that's literally all you're thinking about till it starts coming down. You know, you're making sure the trucks are fueled up, you're making sure your plows work, your salters work, all your routes are in order. Like, you're just worried about it. And I know some guys don't like the business because it's stressful, but life is not easy. Making good money is not easy. So that's what we're here doing. We're gonna make it happen. That Lambo ain't gonna buy itself. It is the next day, and probably had less than an inch come down, honestly. I have to check the accumulation later today, but this is why we pre-treat. Like I just showed you guys, we showed up and it's blacktop. That's all we see. So you have some spots here and there where there's some dusting on it, but nothing major, nothing crazy. Gotta come back, touch up the walkways, of course, and put down some more calcium, move along to the next few lots. Last night started around, I think it was like 7, and finished up around, I think it was 9. Because I had reservations for dinner at 10 and I made it. So I had some dinner with the guys and smoked some cigars, ate some steak. Got home probably like 2 in the morning and then woke up at 6. So 4 hours of sleep because of my own doing, of course. So, but today is gonna be a pretty smooth day. Like I said, we pre-treated last night. All of our lots are pretty much gonna look exactly like this. We're gonna go around, tag everything up again. And guys, just to drop you guys a little bit more sauce. For those guys who have snow removal equipment, fully equipped, but maybe just don't have a lot or enough clients, man, go out there. Whenever you do finish your 5-10 clients, if you finish early, go to a dense neighborhood, you know, with maybe not the biggest driveways, maybe a little bit smaller. There's gonna be always somebody out there shoveling their own driveway, quite a few people, and you know, offer it to them. Offer to plow their driveway for, you know, a set price. Maybe give them a deal, because at that point you're just trying to make money. And then you do what I said earlier in the video. video, which is task them with shouting you out, task them with posting you on Facebook, WhatsApp stories, Instagram stories, and potentially get you some more customers. So it's all a cycle, right? Pretty much as long as you get one person, you can continue to get more and more and more. So that's how I did in the very beginning. I pretty much started with 2 or 3 clients, and I just went around and saw people shoveling their own driveways, and I offered it to them, saved their number, contacted them a few days after the storm to see if they wanted me to put them on my list, like all the time. Whenever it snows, we agreed on a price. That's what I did. It just evolved from there, and I just kept incentivizing them to shout me out, to bring me more clients and everything like that. That's how you grow. Talk to your customers, talk to your clients, and obviously do good work. All right, YouTube, so that is the end of this snow event. I am heading home. So just to kind of recap a little bit about, you know, what I said in the video, if you're looking to get into this business, obviously it's much easier, I think, especially if you have no experience. Get into residential plowing, you know, very low risk, very low liability, and you could make a lot of money there, especially when you're first starting out. You may not have a lot of overhead. You're not really stocking salt or anything like that. So when you're first starting out and you're just a guy in a truck and a plow, you know, you could charge a lot cheaper than a lot of guys that are in the industry that do have, you know, all this overhead and whatnot. And even though you'll be charging cheaper, you'll obviously be keeping a lot more of the money because you don't have any labor, you don't have a driver, you may have a helper with you, but you know, besides that and fuel, that's pretty much it, and obviously insurance. But if you guys are looking to get into snow removal, like I said, use that little tactic like I told you guys. Task your clients, and if you don't have any clients at all, go knock on some doors. Go while it's snowing, get out there and see if there's anybody that is plowing their driveway and maybe doesn't feel like doing it and they're willing to pay you. So just get out there, man. There's a lot of money in the landscape industry, the hardscape industry, snow removal, tree service, everything, you name it. Overall though, I'd have to say one of the easiest things to get into is going to definitely be residential snow removal. That's definitely one of the easiest things to get into, because if you already have a truck, all you need is a plow, and a brand new plow is $8 grand, but you could always go used isn't bad, and get it installed for like half the price. So you could literally get started with just that and a couple shovels from like Home Depot or something. As opposed to lawn maintenance and stuff, you got to buy mowers and stuff like that. So like I said, it's a great industry. We're happy. We're actually very excited to continue to grow. We're going to really see some growth for next season. We're going to have a lot more trucks on the road. I'm thinking, said it here first, I'm going to have 6 trucks on the road. Then I'm going to have probably 2 to 3 loaders or skid steers on site that we're going to be taking care of. We got something really good cooking up. I've made some very valuable connections over the past few years, and that is pretty much the best tip I could give to anybody. If you're looking to get into the business, if you're looking to grow, you got to connect with other people who are just in businesses that you may want to work for. What I mean by that is commercial real estate agents, property managers, supers, all these people who know of these people that will give you jobs. Even if you see a painter at a commercial building, somebody had to hire him, so he probably knows who you have to speak to. So definitely get out there, put your name out there. Obviously present yourself very well. Like I said in the free training, there's going to be a link to the free training down below, and in that video I basically talk about presentation and just the overall look of the business. And that's very important, because when you're going out meeting these people, you definitely want to have something to show for it. But hope this video was helpful. I dropped some sauce and stuff here and there for you guys, and man, just excited for 2025. We're only 2 weeks in, but make sure you like the video, comment, subscribe, and shoot me a DM on Instagram. Follow me if you haven't already. Besides that, catch you guys on the next one.